Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. All right, so we're going to continue working on this first signature of the junk journal, the Mystery Kit junk journal. And yeah, so I have to apologize. I kind of disappeared in the last week or two. I feel like I say this every single video. I got to stop doing that. It's been really busy and crazy in my world lately. We've just had so many things going on. We had a wedding, I had a concert, all in the same weekend. Just I thought I could find time to do some journaling, and I just didn't have time for it. And it seems like every night after work, I'm either absolutely zonked out, tired, or and exhausted, or I have something going on. It's just kind of been a 2 months of that. So I'm hoping now that we're kind of more into summer and things are going to hopefully slow down just a little bit as far as, both work and hopefully some life things, just, the extracurricular activities that happen. But yeah, so I've had this sitting out ready to be worked on. And you'll even notice too, I've got my nails done in this video, or at least this part of the video, and later I don't, because that's literally 2 weeks later. So I had started some and it just wasn't quite enough to do a full video of. So anyway, uh, at this point, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It's been so long, but you and I can watch it together. I love all these. She had stamped these really fun quotes for me on just various kinds of paper and things. And so I thought that would be a great place to have that one for creative people. And then, of course, she made all these little pockets for me. And at this point, I'm just trying to find places where I can use all the fun goodies that she sent me. And, well, that's the whole point of this, isn't it? But I wanted to use a die cut there. I'm really thinking about it. And I guess I just decided to move on. And so, yeah. At this point, I'm basically setting up this journal so that I can continue using it later. So I'm basically setting it up like I would for a journal that I would sell in my Etsy shop. So I'm not going to decorate every single page right now, because part of the joy I find in junk journaling is just filling it up as your life goes along, and or as you come across various things that you want to add to your journal. And so I enjoy having a journal that is ready to be filled up like that. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now at this stage. So I will continue to film here and there. I may not film everything in this journal, but I will continue to film even after I've finished creating the actual journal itself, because I think it'll be fun just to kind of continue this little series. I might change the name of it at some point, but yeah. So here I'm. The back side of this page was just plain white, and so I decided to go ahead and glue on the newspaper from what she had sent me, this little scene in the newspaper. And of course, I don't know any of what that says. I suppose I could, use Google Translate to translate it. Maybe I should do that. But I just thought that scene of the guy and the girl was kind of cute. Kind of reminded me of Barbie and Ken. And maybe that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But and then I decided I wanted to show that entire scene. So I refolded that page, and now I have a crease that I kind of have to deal with. So I decided to go ahead and do some sort of pocket or belly band on the other side, just to kind of reinforce that page so it won't continuously bend funny like that. And I wanted to kind of do a little pocket. I wanted to keep with the nature theme on this page, on this side. And so I think that was maybe the offcut of some die cuts she had done. And so I liked it and thought it would work well. This right here is a pack of ephemera that I bought off AliExpress kind of recently. I don't know if you guys shop AliExpress, or I suppose they're on Temu too, but I don't like Temu. Probably I shouldn't even be shopping on AliExpress either, but it is what it is, I suppose. And so I thought it might be kind of fun to incorporate some of that here and there throughout the journal. And then later on, I'm going to introduce another pack of ephemera from Michaels. It's the Recollections brand. And so, yeah, you'll see that later. It's a lot of just different kind of artwork that's been reimagined, let's just say. It's copyright-free artwork from, it's famous artwork. Anyway, if you shop at Michael's, you might have seen it as well. But yeah, I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out what I want to do now at this point. For some reason, I just seem to, sometimes I'm really in the flow and everything comes really easily to me. And then there's other times, like right now, where I'm just really struggling and everything is just a challenge. And apparently I was having one of those times while I was trying to do this. So I will do more of a collage. I'm just trying to figure out, I think at this point, what I want to stick inside that little pocket to maybe kind of help me out. But yeah, so I do end up putting that girl on top, just kind of extending the pocket so it holds things a little bit more securely. And I also didn't want to cover up the little flowers from the die cuts. So yeah, and I'm still trying, but I think that's all I did for that page. I might come back later and add some more. So that's the beauty of doing it like this, where you can kind of get yourself started, and then when you have more ideas, come back and kind of finish it out later. So moving on, and I will go back to the page later with the guy and the girl, but I just decided to move on and wanted to kind of incorporate this little piece that she had included. Well, all of these pieces she included. My goodness. What am I even saying anymore? I don't even know. But the top of this is some packaging. So the top of this had some clear packing tape left over on it. And so I just wanted to cover that with something. And I really liked this another die cut piece that she had done and then dyed with some inks and things. And so not fun to glue, but really cool once you get it. Yeah, I think I've finally just decided to do some glue stick instead. But decided to cover that with that piece, and I love how that turned out. It's really interesting. And hopefully I didn't just put that upside down in the journal, but it's okay. I think originally I had that page in there, and it just now was not going to go well at all with that other new page that I introduced. So unfortunately, that page got removed from the signature, and I'll incorporate it somewhere else in the journal, maybe as like the backing of a journaling card, or who knows, I'll come up with something for it. Yep, tapping my finger. really trying to think of what I should do. I'm really struggling here. Thankfully, the second half of the video, which will be coming very soon after we get a little bit of Oliver. Here we go. Okay, so second half of the video, and I have a little bit more creative mojo here. So decided to start on this page again, and a little bit more ephemera from AliExpress. So I'm just going to introduce a little bit of that here and there. This is from Hobby Lobby. These are some clear vellum tag or frosted vellum tags. And yeah, to the left of me, I have kind of like a little junk journaling kit that I put together for myself with just some various ephemera and a couple of stamps and some stickers and a bunch of things that I had put together to take to work because we have really good intentions. We've had a crafting lunch scheduled that's been rescheduled and rescheduled for the last, I feel like, month and a half. We've done 2 of them. This would have been our 3rd one. Hopefully we'll get another one scheduled again in the next week or 2. But I had decided that I wanted to work on some junk journals while I was doing my hour of crafting. And we're all bringing our own crafts. So it's not like I'm bringing it for everybody else. Nobody else on my team is really into the junk journaling. I might convert somebody eventually, but we got one of them has been doing coloring. Another one likes to do crochet. And then another person has a daughter who is in baton, and so she's been bedazzling. She is an amazing sewer, and she literally, she and her daughter both sew very well and make clothes, and so she makes their outfits that they do their competitions and dance routines in. And so she'll often bring one that's in progress, and she does it for other people too for some extra money. So she's been bringing her current project in and bedazzling during our crafting lunch. So anyway, a little bit of insight into my life. But yeah, so and so on this little thing, I just decided to make a pocket and drew a little leafy vine, and I knew it was gonna transfer, so I just put that bit of paper there so it wouldn't do that. I'll come back later and remove it. But all right, so back to this. I wanted to tip this in, and the other time when I was working, I was thinking, gosh, I need some washi tape. Where did my washi tape go? And so since then, I've been doing a lot of cleaning and reorganizing, and when I put that little thing together to take to work, I had found out my washi that I had upstairs, not in my craft room. But anyway, so this washi was absolutely perfect. It's something that I recently got from Archer and Olive, actually. And I had bought some of their mystery bundles. And so that was part of a mystery bundle. And at the time I thought, gosh, I'm never going to use this. What am I going to use this for? This is not really my style, really, but I'm finding that I kind of want to keep reaching for the bright yellow washi tape for whatever reason. And then, yeah, so it was perfect for this. It was the perfect color and style. It blends in perfectly. And so just tip that in. And then I decided I really should do something about the back side of that page. And I'm trying to remember right now what I did to it. I must have been talking to my boyfriend there or something. I'm sorry. I thought, oh, maybe that because it's got butterflies and the other side had butterflies, but really way wrong styles. They did not go well with each other. And so back to the drawing board, tried that little pocket there and didn't really love that. So I'm going to go to the die cuts and see what I can find here. And they don't have to be the same style, really. But, and I ended up not even using that. So, yes. Oh, okay, I remember now. So this is that ephemera pack from from Recollections from Michaels. And I remembered there was this brightly colored clear butterfly. So I thought, well, that's kind of perfect. And thought maybe there might have been something else in there. I think there's some stuff from Kandinsky, yeah, and some other modern art ephemera pieces, but nothing else in there really quite worked. So anyway, I flipped through it all and nothing quite stood out. So gonna have to go back to the drawing board again. I thought maybe those three, but no, they just didn't work. Okay, and so I was looking at that washi tape and I noticed that piece was kind of coming off. So I thought, well, what the heck? It's the right color. Let's add that too. That's another one from Archer and Olive. It's kind of glittery and it's got stars on it. And another one that I would probably never use. It's not my style. It's more for the cutesy cartoony style, I guess, of planning, which I like it and I appreciate that, but it's not really my go-to. Anyway, so looking for I don't know, I'm just rambling today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm out of practice again. So I apologize, but yeah, so I found this Project Life card that she had sent me, and it's basically what is your perfect weekend? And I thought, well, for sure I would fill that out. It's kind of perfect. I'm having one of those weekends right now, actually. Staycation type thing. I took a couple days off, much needed time off. Got myself a 5-day weekend, and we're just kind of bumming around and getting projects done around the house and watching a lot of TV. Been watching the Yellow Jackets. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys have watched that show or not, but it's good. Kind of a little strange. We just started season two. We've been binging it, so it's probably not a good one to binge as much as we did. But yeah. I don't know. It's a really good show, though. I kind of want to keep watching it. Unfortunately, my boyfriend is at work right now, so I can't watch it right at the moment. I have to wait until he gets back, but I'm sure we'll continue watching it when he gets home. And then last night we just started. We needed a different something to watch. We just haven't been wanting to watch movies, I guess. We do watch a lot of movies too, but it's been raining kind of off and on all weekend too. So unfortunately, we have a lot of stuff to do outside in the yard, but can't really because it's too wet. So, and we're trying to save up some money because we want to do another trip later in another couple months. So we're just trying to, do things that are kind of fun and cheap and free. And honestly, we're both tired from a lot of work and just a lot of extra stuff lately. And so it's kind of nice just to not do anything and focus a little bit more on the house projects that we haven't been doing. So anyway, started watching Fargo, season 3 of Fargo. We've watched season 1, 2, and 5. Tried to start watching season 4, but neither he or I could get into that one. I tried a couple times to watch that one and I just couldn't get into it. But season 3 I've already seen completely. That's another really fun show. If you it's not for everybody though. There's a lot of obviously it's about it's murder mystery. So but it's a lot. So if you're not into that, then don't bother. But it's kind of quirky and funny in ways too, but also very deadly serious. And I'm saying deadly serious too. So I don't know. It's not for everybody, but we enjoyed it. So we just started watching the first episode of season 3 last night. So we'll probably keep watching that too. But anyway, I'm just I'm just going to tell you about my life, I guess, instead of tell you about what I'm doing there. I mean, you can watch what I'm doing, but again, I needed to cover the packing tape that was on that back side of the packing paper there that she had used. And I didn't make this into a flap yet, or glued it down, because I didn't really want to cover all of the awesome painting and stuff that she had done to this page. So I didn't make it a flap, but I did think this would be a really fun place to put some of this trim along the side. That the paper that I just glued down didn't completely cover all of the brown paper, and you can still see some of the packing tape showing through there. So I decided, well, this will be a fun place to put that, and so gonna just glue that down. And some of the fibers were coming out, but thankfully the glue will keep yeah, they're coming out onto my finger. So the glue will take care of that once it dries. But yeah, so I decided I could do kind of a little collage on that little flap there, and use some of these little pieces of things that she had stamped for me, and kind of come up with something good there. So found a couple of tickets, and then this thing that has a dragonfly on it, and it's kind of like a travel theme. I guess I pulled two of those out and I didn't realize it. Like a ticket for traveling with a dragonfly on it, and then I think it's got a little saying on there too, but I kind of covered that up a little bit with some of these other pieces. So in this little container here, I have a combination of digital kit that I had printed off onto tea-dyed paper and then cut out each individual little piece so I could easily use them, along with these are the little Tim Holtz kind of labels, the tiny labels. I don't know if that's what he calls them, but they're all different colors in kind of a rainbow color. But it's kind of a jumbled mess in there right now. I kind of don't love that what I did combining those. It's a little too much, but anyway, I'll figure that out for myself. So the other thing that I've been doing last weekend especially, and that's mostly why I didn't get any videos filmed or do any creating last weekend, was because I was fully focused on my basement. So I have been migrating myself upstairs and working on my dining room. I made myself a little filming station up here, which is nice because I can hang out with my boyfriend and do my thing up here. But at the same time, I don't really want to have all my craft stuff just everywhere in the house. And that's kind of what's happening. I've been pretty good about taking it back downstairs and mostly putting it away. But I'll be completely honest, from when I moved into this house nearly 3 years ago, my basement is still not completely fully unpacked. And I still had boxes just in piles, still fully packed. My bookcase had bins that I had used to pack things with that still, I don't even know what's in some of them. And anyway, it was a problem. It's been a problem. I don't want to be down there because it's not fully set up for me the way that I want it. And another problem that I was having was it was just way too open. Like the whole basement is finished, sort of. It's finished in that it's got drywall and carpet and all that. And the ceiling is all painted black, and it's like open, so like you can see the ductwork and stuff, but everything is painted black. So it's actually kind of really cool. It's a little dark. It's probably not the best place, really, if you were thinking of a place for a craft studio or, to have really good lighting. But all the windows down there are like full-size windows. So it actually does get decent light. And then I've added lighting for above my craft desk down there so I can work. But anyway, so I decided that I wanted to kind of create myself a little room back in that back corner, and use my bookshelves and things, because I've got so many. I had them all just along all the walls, and for one thing, it was like you had to walk kind of far to get to some of it, so then I wasn't using a lot of it. And I also have the other thing is I have a TV down there that's a big one. It's a big 55-inch TV, but it's all the way across the whole basement, and I can see it fine, well enough, but I had to turn it up so loud just to hear it at all that anyone else in the house would be bothered by that. Like, you could hear it better upstairs in the living room than I could hear it in the basement, because it's technically closer. It's like right above or below the living room. Anyway, so I decided that I wanted to redo that whole situation, and I really focused on that last weekend. My boyfriend ended up working a double on both Saturday and Sunday last weekend, so I was pretty much home by myself, and I did not want to waste that time. And so I spent, I don't know, probably 10 to 12 hours on Saturday, kind of going through those boxes that were in piles. I cleaned the carpet, got rid of a bunch of stuff up and down the stairs. I can't even tell you how many times. Mowed the yard. I did all the things, that I have to do for the house, and did some cleaning and stuff. But and then a few, like, I don't know, probably 3 more hours on Sunday, just doing some more of all of that. And I was exhausted and tired, and I think kind of took a lot of the next week to kind of recover a little bit. Well, I only worked half the week, but I was so tired and sore. So anyway, been working on that. I thought about filming myself doing it, but I just decided not to do that because I was not looking cute. Nobody needs to see that. I think what I might do, and I wish I had some before pictures. I might still have some from when I first moved in, but I might do some before and after pictures, and then I might do a walkthrough later after I'm all done. I'm not going to give myself a timeline though. I actually might go down there today, and so I wanted to on Thursday. I took Thursday and Friday off. I wanted to mount a smaller TV on the wall, and I didn't have the right. I couldn't find a stud in the one wall that I could use, and so then I needed to go find anchors to mount it with, which got that. But then I ran into a situation where something is keeping me from getting the anchors fully pushed in. So I kind of gave up at that point, and we've just kind of been lazy ever since. But I do need to get back down there and try and figure that out. So as soon as I can get that mounted on the wall, then I can finish putting everything else away the way that I want it done, and fully finish reorganizing and figuring out what my situation is down there. But already I feel so much better about it, just closing that in. I don't know, for whatever reason, that made all the difference in the world. So yeah, so totally skip past what I've been doing and working on here. But my thought process on this page had that little bit of the guy still on the right side of that newspaper. He's kind of a grumpy looking guy. And I thought, well, it could be interesting to find something with another face on it. And then I found the artwork of the girl, and I'm not familiar with that artwork at all, but I thought she was very interesting and captivating. And I like the idea of the film strip, of her being behind the film strip of the smaller, the boxier, the 2-box one that I put on the left just now. But it just wasn't working because it was hiding her arm and her waist, which has some flowers on it, and I didn't really want to completely hide that. She had included a die cut of the film strip that I ended up with, so that worked out way better. And then I decided to put this quote stamped piece down and use that other film strip on the other side. So I will put pictures, closer up pictures of everything that I've done at the end of the video if you want to see closer up views of this. I know it's maybe a little hard to see some of all the details, but and then you can read the quote then too if you want to. All right, so moving on, I left a few pages for just some writing surface and for me to do whatever with later on. Like I said, I didn't want to completely finish decorating the journal. I want to leave spots for me to decorate as I go and use the journal. So this page was interesting, but I thought the newspaper, I could maybe do a little collage or something on the newspaper. And so just kind of looking for something to use. And I saw this girl, and I thought she's kind of the perfect size. So let's see what we can do with her. And just kind of, yeah, looking through everything to find something that might work. I thought maybe a bit of washi tape behind her would look good. And there's that floral washi there that and now I'm really struggling to find the end spot of it. So I just did a strip of washi behind her, and yeah, I really can't find it. I thought I was gonna get rid of this, but there it is. Okay, so sorry about that. Usually I cut those things out, but I guess I missed that one this time. So yep, just a little strip of washi, and this will obviously be a pocket still. So I'll be putting something in that pocket eventually that will probably cover up this, but that's okay. It'll be a fun little surprise when you take something out of the pocket. Just a very simple little collage. And then I kind of felt like it needed a little something more. And I remembered in my little packet that I had put together for work, I had some of the Tim Holtz little phrases stickers book in there. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and see what I can find for a little phrase to put down for her. So the phrase says, "A place in my heart." I thought that was kind of perfect. She's kind of holding something to her heart there. And then I thought it needed to stand out a little bit. So I had these Archer and Olive gel pens just sitting next to me. And so I just quickly outlined it in a brown gel pen. So that was a quick little fun and easy one. Just a little little surprise there. And I guess I thought, well, maybe I'll find something to put into the pocket right now. But then I decided, no, I'll fill that in later whenever I've decided that I want to work on that page spread. So again, just leaving a few pages for just maybe some writing or, for me to fill in later. And saw this just kind of sitting there, and I thought, well, those colors are perfect. But I ended up choosing this iris instead, and I've been wanting to use this other little piece that's been stamped. It's really sweet. And I chose the iris because irises are one of my favorite flowers. I love them, especially purple ones. And, I think because they come out in the springtime, they're a little bit short lived. They don't last for very long, but I just have always thought they were really pretty. We always had a bunch of irises along one side of the house where I grew up at, and so I guess have fond memories of that. And so I'll write a little something maybe about that on the little labels below it. But moving along, decided that this page here needed a little something more, and I thought, well, we've got that vellum piece with the silver leaves on it, and how cool would that be to make a pocket out of? And so that's what I did. And again, I didn't finish it. I didn't do much more than that. Well, that's all I did. And so I'll come back again later and finish that. And then now just on the back page, had that piece still sitting on the top of the pile of die cuts that is so pretty. And I just love the colors of that with the colors of this back page. Thought it was perfect. So glued that down, and then eventually I'll paste a photo of something in my life on there and write about that on this last page here. So that'll do it for me today. Please stay tuned and take a look at some of the photos that I include of more closer up images of what I worked on today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all a lot sooner than the last time. I'll be back a lot sooner. But here's a little flip through of the first signature that we've worked on so far together. So enjoy, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.